Hey, Happy New Year, folks. Happy first Sunday fun day of 2023. Just going to do a quick review on this lady here, since it's the first of the month and I'm still on holiday, so I have time. All right, she looks very interesting. I don't think there's a hero quite like her in the support class, that's for sure. And the one piece is similar to Krampus's special, so I'd imagine there'll be quite a few people that would like her. Breakdancing graffiti artist. So which weapon does she actually have? Like what? This is kind of funny to add. Like, she doesn't look like she's a typical combat fighter anyway. Okay, so Boombox tag. Her charge speed is 49, so 50 is a break point. She'd still be average, but she'd be functionally faster, of course. So, oddly enough, the support class is going to help her. That speed node. Oh, I'm in the wrong. That speed node in the emblems, I'm in the wrong account for this because I don't have too many support class heroes, but here's one. So Fiona, it didn't help, but I mean, look at the amount of support emblems I have because I just can't seem to land those heroes. So it's all the way at the bottom and it would be 4%. So it's going to put her at 50 points something, I do believe. Again, I'd need the speed chart in front of me, which I don't have. But knowing that you could put the emblems and the resources into her, since it does make her drop a tile on offense. So just something to think about for sure. It's good info to keep in mind either way. All right, so that's helpful. Now, the other thing is, though, you could just put a checkoff on her or a 9-point speed weapon and you'll get to 58. And then she's fast and she actually drops 2 tiles. So if you don't want to put the resources into her and you have weapons like the checkoff with 9 speed points, then boom, good to go. If you don't and you have a Tigger, though, and you put the emblems on her, then the fact that she's at 51 would, because that's 7 points, would put her at 58 to be fast. So just good info to keep in mind for anybody that does draw her. 200% damage to all enemies, so that is more than Krampus. I think his is at 155, is it? And here's the part that is like him, is steals all dispellable buffs from all enemies and randomly distributes them on all allies. So that's applied even if she does die. As long as she gets a special off before you manage to get rid of her, she's still gonna, like if she's on defense, she's still gonna steal all the buffs that you have on your heroes. So it's annoying for sure. Absolutely annoying. Some buffs dispellers could counter that, of course, but then they're not, none of the buffs go back to your heroes or anything, but so that I can see people wanting her for that reason. And then all enemies are unable to gain any buffs for 3 turns. So that's a little bit different. Krampus steals both buffs, and then he takes status ailments and throws them back onto your heroes. While this lady in turn does it a little bit differently, and you just can't get any buffs from your heroes for 3 turns. So if you got Coyote and he goes off to heal, the defense is up isn't going to go on if this last part of her special is still kicking in for the 3 turns. So very interesting hero. She looks like a fun one, to be quite honest, because I could see her having some good synergy with somebody like Marina. And Blunderbutt. Marina's hitting all and doing defenses down, and then you got all that attack up with Blunderbutt, and so she could follow those two, and she's hitting everybody as well. Could possibly wipe some enemies out, right? Being an AoE hitter like this, though, I don't think she's necessarily that great for the War Machine, but yeah, I mean, she could steal some buffs from the War Machines, but there's also some pretty good snipers that you would want for the War Machines, like Glitch, out there. So, yeah, lots to think about with her, but she does look like a fun one. You could do some pretty wicked combinations, I think, and then attack up heroes like Clara or Logan, that sort of thing. I guess Thrasher's another one if you don't have Blunderbutt for a red stack. He could easily go in there and do attack up. And he has pretty good synergy with Marina. And then he comes and hits 3, and then this one would hit all 5, again, like Marina. So just some combinations I'm thinking of just off the top of my head that this Hero of the Month does look like a fun one. So if you get her, congrats! Because, yeah, I personally think she'd be fun. And it's not, her stats aren't that bad. And if I were to put emblems on her, I would go attack and defense because she does have the attack, of course. And then defenses, I want her to last as long as possible. So that's not too shabby for health. 1423, you could probably mix it up and put a bit of health in there too if you put emblems on her. So all in all, I think she looks pretty well balanced, which is good because we're not getting that with some of these heroes that are overpowered right now and some others that sorely need buffs. So it's good to see this. I think she'd be a good addition to anybody's roster. So alrighty, folks, I'll leave it at that. And Happy New Year, all.